Hello, welcome to the Irreverent Reader, where I read unusual books on religion, beliefs, ideas, philosophy, and talk about what they made me think, why they made me want to make a video. Tonight we're going to be talking about the Invitation by Oriah Mountain Dreamer. First I'm going to read the poem at the beginning of it. The book itself is a breakdown of the poem. So it starts out with the poem, and then the author goes through each stanza and talks about the genesis of her experience with the ideas that she expresses in the poem itself. So I'm going to read the poem, and then I'm going to tell you why the poem made me come here. And then I want to ask you to do something. It's an invitation. It's not just the invitation from the author, but it's an invitation from me to you. I want you to respond. So I'm going to read it. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about it. And then at the very end, I'm going to propose a thought process, or a lack of a thought process, I guess you could say. So stick with me. So, the invitation. It doesn't interest me what you do for a living. I want to know what you ache for, and if you dare to dream of meeting your heart's desire. It doesn't interest me how old you are. I want to know if you will risk looking like a fool for love, for your dream, for the adventure of being alive. It doesn't interest me what planets are squaring your moon. I want to know if you have touched the center of your own sorrow. If you have been opened by life's betrayals, or have become shriveled and closed from fear of further pain. I want to know if you can sit with pain, mine or your own, without moving to hide it or fade it or fix it. I want to know if you can be with joy, mine or your own. If you can dance with wildness and let the ecstasy fill you to the tips of your fingers and toes, without cautioning us to be careful, to be realistic, to remember the limitations of being human. It doesn't interest me if the story you are telling me is true. I want to know if you can disappoint another to be true to yourself. If you can bear the accusation of betrayal and not betray your own soul. If you can be faithless and therefore trustworthy. I want to know if you can see beauty even when it's not pretty every day, and if you can source your own life for its presence. I want to know if you can live with failure, yours and mine, and still stand on the edge of the lake and shout to the silver full moon, yes. It doesn't interest me to know where you live or how much money you have. I want to know if you can get up after the night of grief and despair, weary and bruised to the bone, and do what needs to be done to feed the children. It doesn't interest me who you know or how you came to be here. I want to know if you will stand in the center of the fire with me and not shrink back. It doesn't interest me where or what or with whom you have studied. I want to know what sustains you from the inside when all else falls away. I want to know if you can be alone with yourself if you truly like the company you keep in the empty moments. That last line is really kind of where it's at for me. I spent a lot of time in my 20s before I got married and had children. I spent a lot of time alone, and I enjoyed being alone for the most part. You know, there's loneliness and there's alone. Loneliness is no good, but alone is your opportunity to be quiet, to turn off your head, to push aside the constant thoughts that play in your mind that tell you all the things you're supposed to do. Alone is a fantastic time to ask yourself life's questions, or just get out of your own way so that answers to questions you didn't know you were asking can reveal themselves. And that's sort of what prompted this, the YouTube thing. It was once I was able to be alone again, my children got old enough that I didn't have to be constant for them, that I had a moment of quiet, that my brain wanted to reach out, wanted to connect, wanted to ask other people for things, not for things, but for experiences, for pieces of their own mind. So I wanted to come here to YouTube and sort of start a salon, if you will, an intellectual space where we can put forth ideas, and I can tell you what's on my mind. But then here's the thing. Here's why it's an invitation. Because I want to know what you hear when you're quiet. When you stop and you say to yourself, what do I want? What is my desire? What is it that would make me happy in the emptiness of being alone? I want to know that about you. So here's what I want you to do. You can do something as simple as commenting below, or you can make your own video and post the link below, or you could write a blog post about what you want. What is the thing that beckons you to action in your life? Not work, and I mean, okay, maybe family, but probably not family. What beckons you? What do you want? I want connectedness. I want to go out into the world and meditate together. Unfortunately, life doesn't allow for that. I've got things to do. But you know what allows for that? The internet. So here we are. So this is going to be my way to meditate with you, to think and converse, but we'll do it digitally. So if you haven't read this book, you should. It is an excellent book. There's definitely things that you can take and you can leave. There are things that I leave that I don't hold on to, but there are also things that I think are great prompts for consideration, for personal emotional maintenance. So, the invitation. What makes you tick? So, if you would, like, subscribe, even ding the little bell, and let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Go write a blog post. Journal about it. Think about it. I want you to really stop and be quiet. Like right now. Stop. Stop thinking. Stop questioning. Turn off the noise in your head. and take a moment. What do you want? What drives you? What would make you happy with being alone?